unemployment rate's at like 4%, but it's at like 10% for blacks. So that means one out of every 10 black people's out of work. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. The disclaimer is down in the description box. Good morning and welcome to the Think Tank. We're here to discuss the October 17th No Kings protest. Now, if you're black, you need to show up, and here's why. They've attacked DEI, SCOTUS, Trump SCOTUS has struck down affirmative action. So it's affirmative action and DEI. They have placed troops in multiple cities throughout the nation. Chicago, Oregon, Washington, LA, New York, and New Jersey are already on the chopping block to be next. This is ongoing, urgent, and very, very, very serious. I don't normally do this, so I want to give a shout out to the Midas Touch. They have an attorney who has an entire law firm dedicated to protecting us right now, the entire Constitution. Thank you, Midas Touch. We need to join these protests. We need to be a part of this fight. They're trying to segregate us. They're like, oh, they're after the Latinos. They are after us. More black women have lost jobs than I can count since Trump has been in office. Something to the score of tens of thousands of black women out of work. If they're attacking black women, you know black men are next. Like, well, let's look at that real quick. The statistics state that unemployment rate's at like 4%, but it's at like 10% for blacks. So that means one out of every 10 black people's out of work. That means you know 2 or 3 black people out of work if you live in a blue city, which is where Trump is attacking mostly all blue cities, mostly with black leadership, black mayors. He's attacking blacks. So this segregation, this divide and conquer, oh, it's just the worst of the worst, the Latinos, blacks should stay out of it, cannot be abided by. It's psychological warfare. And we are actually, as a people, far too intelligent for that. We need to be fighting now. We need to get out there and we need to protest. We don't need to be violent. We don't need to be stupid. We don't need to fall into their traps because he's looking for a reason to invoke what is called the Insurrection Act, which basically means that he doesn't have to follow the Constitution anymore and he can just send troops into the rest of the states he's trying to send troops into because the courts are fighting, or they're fighting him sending those troops right now. The only chance we have, the only thing we could do is have our voices heard, just like Martin Luther King did. We have to get out there. We have to make our voices heard. We need to protest. That's what we got to do right now. No kings. I'm not saying I'm not king. I'm not saying you're not king. I'm saying this country doesn't have a king. We have a president, and we vote. If he can do what he's attempting to do now, he told his people what it was while he's running. He don't intend to have any more elections. Why do you think he's sending troops in all the cities? He also struck down. He's also in court at this very moment trying to take away the protections that blacks have to vote. It's called the Voters Registration Act. Voters Rights Act, something that Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X both fought for and died for. Our right to vote is in court being struck down right this moment. Now, I can't say it's definitely going to be struck down, but the courts have indicated that that's the direction they're likely to go. As a matter of fact, the case that they're talking about wasn't even about the Voters Rights Act. They was just like, let's talk about the Voters Rights Act instead. Let's add that to the case. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's happening. Which sounds to me like that's what they're after. So the only power we have right now is to take to the streets. Be out there. This is LC signing out.